So till now we were using commits like this inside of this double quotes with this M, and this M means the message that we put here inside this double quotes. But now if we have some long messages to put in commits, this is just for one line. We cannot do like this anymore. So we need some editor to use to put a commits. We can use a lot of editors. So these are the configurations that we can get on dogs. So this is the configuration for VS Code, git config global code.editor, this port fate. So after we make some changes to a file, so when we use this configuration, so this will open a file in the VS Code. So in this, it will open a new file that we can use to now write any commits in that. So we can write the commits inside of that, and then we can receive, we can use git log to see what changes we made. So from inside of VS Code, we wrote this long commit that we can now see with git log. So we cannot simply do that inside of this terminal. So we use the editor, but now this is very long. Since if we don't want that, we can use this. We can use this command to shorten this, but still it is not very different than the one before. So if we want to print this entire commit in one line, we can use this command git log in one line. So this will display the first line entire. So in the commit message, we should put the summary in the first line, in the first paragraph, so that it can be displayed here on the load. Also, while writing the commits, we can use past tense or present tense to write the message. For example, added a new message, or adding a new message, or add a new message. But that has to be consistent to not have any confusion. Now we can also use commit. We can do add and commit from inside the GUI. So for example, we downloaded this Gitkraken. Inside of this, we open the folder. So this is a, we open this repository that we were using. So here we have all these commits displayed. And then here, if we change something to a file or add a new file, whatever, this will be displayed here. And from here, we can stage files directly, and then we write the commit message here, and we change that to commit. So we can do that directly from the inside the editor. For example, we add a new chapter to a repository from here. So we see that the new chapter displayed. Now, if we make some mistakes while writing a commit message, and if we want to change a commit, we can use this amend to make changes to the last commit that we used. It will not change the ones before that. The last commit that we had, we want to change that. We write this amend, so this will then open new file inside VS Code. If we are using that to write the commit, to edit the commit, and we can save that. So this will then change. Now we can also ignore some files in Git if we want to commit some file and if we want to ignore another files. Even if we make some changes in that, we don't want to use commit in that, we don't want to save that. So for that we create a new folder, and inside that we use git status. So since we created a git repository by mistake in the home directory, so even if we're inside a new folder, we use git status, so this will be displayed all the files of the home directory that are untracked, since it is the parent directory. So for that we can delete the .git folder from, we can delete the .git folder from the home directory. And then if we go into that new folder, we see that it is not a Git repository. And if we delete this .git folder from the home directory, it will still have the other Git repositories if we have inside a new folder in home directory. So that will not be affected by deleting that repository from here. So initialize the repository in the new folder, and we create some new files here. For example, this is a JavaScript file, and we have a secret file, a text file. Now there are two untracked files. For example, the secret file has some API key that we don't want to save. We want to keep it a secret. We want to keep it hidden. So for that, we use commit on the index file, and then we create a new file which is called git ignore. Git ignore. If we write this file will be created as a hidden file. So now we use ls. We don't see that file in this folder, but we use lsa. So this display all the hidden files, and this .git means that it is a Git repository, and this git ignore means that it is a hidden file. Now we can open this in VS Code, and we can put file names inside of this, which files we want to keep hidden. So the secret.txt, we keep it inside of this. Now if we run git status, we see only this git ignore file that is untracked. We don't see secret file because we did not commit that, but still we don't see that here because it is hidden now. So most of the projects, big projects on GitHub or anywhere else have this git ignore file there, and we can use this .jar. So these file types will be hidden. They will not be committed. You can also put file names or file types here. For example, the .git, all these types of files which are not needed. These are package files. So we use git ignore for that. Now we talk about branches. So for example, in our project, we have a big project. We have to do a lot of things. So we have different people working on uh, different small projects inside of the large projects. So we want all of that to be worked separately. We don't want any confusion. So we use branching. Branches are a big part of Git. So there are different timelines in a single large project. So we have a main branch. So we have a main branch that is called the master branch, and from that we can create multiple different branches, and we can make a lot of changes in different branches and make commits in those branches that will not be included in any other branch. So they all the branches will work separately, but if we want to merge them after making some changes, we can do that later. But these branches will be working separately. So we have this main master branch. So this is the default branch. It is also like any other branch. So for example, in our website, we want some experiment, we want to do some test, some features or make some changes that we are not sure about. So we can create a new branch for that. We don't want to do that in the main branch. And if we like that, if we want to approve that, we can merge that into the main branch, or otherwise we delete that. So here we create a new folder. Inside of that, we create another folder and we initialize the Git repository there. And we commit that. We create a new file, for example, a playlist. Inside that, we create a playlist file. So we see that here we have this head pointing to master. So this is the pointer that we have on the master branch. So this tells that we have one default branch right now. We have not created another branch, which is the master branch that we are currently present on. We see that here also. To see all the branches in a Git repository, we can use this Git branch. So currently we have only master branch here. So we make some changes in that file, and then we use commit to, then we add two songs first, and then if we want, for example, to add two another songs, but they're old songs, for example, different type, so we can create a new branch for that. Similar way, Git branch, we type the name, so this will create the new branch, but it is still in the master branch. This will not automatically go into the new branch. And this is the message that we see by using Git status. We have nothing to commit, more branch, the name of the branch. And when we type Git branch, we see both of these. We're still on the master, so now to switch to the old branch, we use this git switch. Now we're on the other one. Now if we update something, for example, we add two more songs to the playlist. So we commit that, and now you see we are on the master branch is commit on this commit. So now we add two more songs and give another commit. Where now our head is pointing towards the old branch. So now if we switch back to master branch, we will see that only two songs will be displayed. For example, till now only two songs will be displayed when we switch back to master. When we switch to olds, both four songs will be displayed because we added two more while we are present in the old branch. Also, we can use this A with commit to commit all the changes together. Now, if we create a new branch here, after making the commit, we make a new branch. So when we use load, now we see head is loading towards both old and classics because we are currently in this checkpoint where then we create a new branch. This will also be on that commit. So you see both of them together. Now it will switch to a new classics branch. We make some changes and then this will work. You see that the head is now shifted to only the classics branch. On this commit we have the old branch. So now we have this another command get checkout. This can only also be used to switch to a new branch. This has other features also, other names also. So the name get switched is more preferable since it is only used for switching. Now, for example, we can create a new branch like this also. We can just get switch and then type this C and then the name of your branch that we want to do. So this will automatically create a new branch and then switch to that. In that, if you create a new file, for example, and if we don't use commit on that, so this interact file, and if we switch back to master or for example the new, we go there again, we make some modifies this popular file again, and if we don't commit, we can still switch back to any other branch. You can that new file is not present in any other branch. This was created only after switching to this new branch. But if you make some changes to this previous file, which was already present in another branching, now we will be able to switch to another branch without committing the changes. This will not be able to switch like this. Eventually, the local change to the previous file will be overwritten by checkout. If you want to switch, whatever changes we made there will be overwritten by whatever position we had in the previous branch that we want to switch to now. So our changes will be lost. That's a little prefer to commit the changes first before switching to another branch. So if we commit the changes, we can commit and then we switch. Now we want to delete and remove the branch. To do that, we have this wheel and then type in it. So here we are already in the branch. We are already in the branch. We cannot delete that branch with this. We also switch to another branch to delete the one before. We switch to the new. After in old, we want to delete the new branch. So this will give this error that it is not fully merged. So it will ask if you want to merge that before deleting. We will just put this message capital V and type that this will delete that branch. You can also rename the branch with this time. For example, we have to go to that switch to that branch first. We switch to old, and then you only name to that. Window now is displayed in red. And we will use the browser view to display all the branches and their latest commit. Now, with respect to master, we see that there was a failure here because we didn't make any changes inside of the masters after initial changes. Now we have merging. So after making changes to different branches, we can merge them together. You you make a new branch. And then after making the commits, we can merge that back to the master branch. So if we also make changes to the master branch after making a new branch and they both have different commits that the other branch uh, don't have respectively. So that will be a conflict that we'll see later. But for now, the master branch we didn't make any commits in that. We just had commits in the new branch. So we will merge them back to the master branch in a fast forward way, which means that, for example, master branch had two commits, and after that we make two more commits in the new branch. So if we merge that back to the master branch, so the master branch will be fast forwarded to the last commit that we had in the new branch after merging that. So for that, we switch to the master branch. For example, in new 2000, we had four rows, four commits here. We will switch to the master branch and then we will keep merge with the way to merge the another branch to the master branch. This is fast forward. So this is the simple way of merging